It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
49 to Mike. Check. Alert 3. Quick dash. Got it. Check 26.
Here now the first carry is a Falcon for the man coming home to Georgia, Todd Gurley. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now this defense, of course, well aware of what Todd Gurley can do from his days in the NFC West. Now they had to game plan ways to stop him for 5 years as a member of the St. Louis and then later the LA Rams. Now on second down, this is Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, 68 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you actually have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 21. He's got daylight, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 79 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Now Gurley. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 21, Todd Gurley, the ball carrier. Shaquem Griffin there on the tackle. It's a gain of 3.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. 2. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go. It's Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Complete.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact,
the Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The first carry now. This is Hill. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Brian Hill, 75 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
He gets a seam and just gets through it. How about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Past the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Colby Parkinson, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Check. Lucky. Check. Hey, express. Deuce. Base. Let's go.
Ryan. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
for Mike. Let's go, D. 39. D, man up, D. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey,
Third and long. It's Ryan. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Jamal Adams, an all-pro for the first time a season ago, had a fumble return for a touchdown and a pick six last year, and he delivers another pick six right here. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28. Falcons 14. Michael Dixon.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quick. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
The kickoff for Seattle.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't... repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Hill. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
They're on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On second down now, it's Hill. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Falcons 14.
On third down, it's Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. He gives it off to Carson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Carson, the Seahawk ball
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end, and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run it with Carson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Carson, the Seahawks.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and they'll get him down right about the 20. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Myers' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Broken tackle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled.
First down, it was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
49. Watch the out. Watch the out. 49. Wait. 49. Get that 49.
On third down, Ryan. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
38-yard line.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Russell Gage. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A gain of 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Play action. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms, and this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers, but that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there, and not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Check 9, check 9.
Now it's Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Seahawks take 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Here's Carson.
A second broken tackle. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Carson.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll move the chains.
Good gain by Carson, picks up a first down, and you just have to love his running style. Talk about a straight-ahead guy, no-nonsense type of a runner. He's averaged 82 yards a game over the last 2 seasons and had 1,230 yards on the ground in 2019.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They'll run on first down. Carson, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
One thing about the Seattle Seahawks offense, they are a run-first group, but when they throw the ball, they want to throw it downfield and sting defenses. And Philip Dorsett provides great speed and a good target downfield in order to get that done. Nice catch there. His speed adds an extra dimension to the Seahawks offense.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Grady Jarrett on the tackle there. Remember how he emerged in the Super Bowl against New England? Continues to step his play up. Was a Pro Bowler for the first time after 2019.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Seahawks 52, Falcons 17. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this carries into the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, You need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Hill. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check 13.
They'll run with Hill. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Yard line.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
Good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Target. 36.
Here's Gurley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down at 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Check. Watch twins.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Shit. Hey, Sam. Hatchet.
They'll run for it with Hill. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move right.
They'll toss it out to Carson. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Then I think the ball's out, and the Falcons grab it.
Rashad Penny, the ball carrier. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They run again with Carson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Check 3. Check 3. Back. There.
Penny, a first down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yards.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Now Myers for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin to drive with Hill. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Space to maneuver at the 40, and all the way up to the 46.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
At the 43-yard line.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Gun. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
At the 47-yard line.
Watch 54. Here we go. Watch the safety creep.
Ryan. They set up the screen to Hill. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
66. Falcons 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Running the jet sweep with Ridley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
The ball carrier.
It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. The Falcons on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Hill. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle.
The 46-yard line.
And on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Ryan.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
First down, Seahawks.
On first down, Carson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. Today's final score, Seahawks 60.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel